Welcome, everyone, to the Kidney Korner Podcast. I am your host, Craig, also executive director of the Get in Position Foundation. I know things look a little different. This is a impromptu podcast, so to speak. And we're bringing back one of our special guests who was on the podcast earlier this year. And it was entitled The Second Time Around. Also, too, we got a special announcement to make. So let's go ahead and get into it. I know it looks a little different this go around, but we like to keep you guys on your toes and surprised. So without further ado, let's welcome back to the Kidney Korner Podcast, Coach Diamond Powell. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you again
Good to
on the
see you
Kidney Korner.
too. Thanks for having me back.
Oh yeah. We have some unfinished business.
Yes.
If for the viewers out there, if you haven't seen her episode of The Second Time Around, it is still streaming on our YouTube channel at Get in Position 21. You want to take a look at that and listen to it. Coach Diamond Powell is a second-time kidney transplant recipient. And I won't get into what all of that means because you got to go to our YouTube channel to go check it out. However, she received 2 kidney transplants, one from a donor, right? One from a donor, her sister, and then some things kind of happened, and then she had to get another one, right? So you got to go check it out. You really got to go check that out.
That's right.
Yeah, you got to check that out. But I wanted to bring her back because the unfinished business was something that we did not mention on that episode was, and Diamond, do you want to tell the people what we didn't mention?
I do. So we didn't mention that I have 4 kidneys total. My 2 native kidneys and the 2 transplanted kidneys.
That's
And we
right.
have those 2 in my pelvis on each side, one on one.
Right. First explain to the viewers why is it that it's 4 and they didn't take out one and replace it.
So they didn't take out one and replace it because they figured that if it's not affecting me, my health or anything like that, I didn't go through kidney rejection or anything. They just left it in because to kind of do all that cutting and to heal, when you're having sort of multiple surgeries, they just left that kidney that essentially stopped working due to COVID, me getting COVID. They just left that one in because it's not affecting me. And then they put the new one in on the other side. And so they thought that was the best option. I mean, for its healing and just the safest way. That's why I still have my native kidneys and they didn't remove those either. So I have a total of 4 kidneys.
4 kidney organs in your body to
Yes,
this
in my body.
to this present day.
Yes.
Wow. Because most individuals who don't know anything about, kidney disease or kidney transplant, unlike your lungs, a lung transplant, a heart transplant, the other transplants, those other organs are removed.
Yes.
They are removed. And
Absolutely.
yeah, right. So, and of course, some people may say, well, common sense, yeah, your heart, right? A heart transplant. Where else they gonna put a heart? However, for your native kidneys, they don't need to remove them. Now, someone may ask, well, where do they put the new one? Well, there's space in your body.
Yep.
your pelvic bone, if you ever, and I wish I had a diagram to show to people of the skeleton or the anatomy, going back to science class or biology class. But that kidney, and also too, that kidney is it's not the size of this. Even though this is a kidney pillow, but some people think your kidneys are really, really huge organ.
Right.
Now it depends, because if you make a fist like the size of my fist, is probably larger than your fist.
Right.
Right. So my fist, that's probably the size of my native, my native kidneys. And I was talking to somebody else about that, and they was saying, okay, let's look at Shaquille O'Neal. Of course, his fist is bigger than the both of us, right?
Yes.
His fist is big. So that's probably the size of his kidneys, his native kidneys. Right. So they're small enough to actually lay against the pelvic bone, because your pelvic bone is like a cup shape. It's like has a little. It actually is kind of perfect because it can sit. Right.
It's perfect.
It's perfect to sit and lay right there. Protected. Absolutely. So they don't remove your native kidneys, guys. Now, unless there's issues.
Yes.
Like me, I had pockets of fluid forming in my kidneys because they failed. They no longer work. And that's common for individuals with end-stage renal failure. That's stage 5. So that's common, and the pockets of fluid, it can form cancer.
Yes.
So I had to have my right kidney removed because they saw a small mass. And now, when you think they would say, okay, since you had a kidney removed, why didn't they put your new kidney where the old one was?
Right.
Wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't that make sense? Yes and no, because that area, they want to keep that area clear, folks.
Yes.
Because those pockets of fluid, it contained cancer. Thank God they got everything out. And so I guess the question on the viewers' minds is this, Diamond, is, do you feel any different? Do you feel heavier? Like, do you feel like you're carrying around a load?
No, actually, not at all. I kind of, when I only had one, the first time I couldn't remember which side it was on. Now I could just say it's on both sides. But I used to be like, when I go to the doctor, they would ask, like, they would say just to see if I was going to know. And they would say, which side is it on? And I was like, man, which side is it on? I really could not remember which side the first one was on. So I don't feel different at all. There's no bulging out that's, obvious or anything. I actually feel light on my feet because I'm doing so much better with 4 kidneys.
4 kidneys.
Well, so that weight gain, I could blame it on these kidneys if it's up a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay, so obviously you're doing great.
Yes,
you're doing well. Even the donated kidney from your living donor, they left that one in.
Yes.
Wow. They didn't even remove that one.
No.
And you said earlier not to have more surgeries, not to like cut twice or something like that. Was that the case with the new kidney?
Yeah, because it wasn't affecting me at all. They were saying that sometimes the kidney can go through rejection, which is affecting you, and you could be sick. And this wasn't the case. So just to do surgery that wasn't needed, they didn't think that was a great idea. I mean, at that time, they said, to have because that's an extra surgery on the other side, and it's really cutting into the same veins kind of sort of, so it's just double healing, double you got to watch and see and all of those things, and they didn't think that was a good idea at all for me.
Okay. Yeah. And it could possibly make things worse.
Right.
That's how I'm looking at it. And,
Right.
when you mention infections and so on and so forth. But
Yes.
but but if the kidney was giving you some type of problems, meaning the kidney from your living donor, if it was giving you some issues or going into rejection, they would have to remove that. Is that correct?
That is correct. If it was giving me, probably way before I even got the transplant, they would have already removed that if it was giving me any trouble. But because it wasn't giving me any trouble, they didn't remove it.
Okay. All right. All right. Wow. So that's probably the mind blowing emoji, folks, that someone is living, and I'm pretty sure you're not the only one
Right.
who's living with 4 kidney organs. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's something that we did not mention or we forgot. I blame myself for that. I was thinking it, but we didn't get into we didn't get into
Right.
it
We got into
during
so much more.
and folks, listen, it's streaming now. You can go see it on the YouTube channel. Get in position 21. Go check that out a second time around. You can also listen to it on the Apple Podcast app, which is streaming now as well. You can listen to it as well. So, um, let's get into something else. We covered that, but
Okay.
you got a hat on like me.
I
You
sure
got you
do.
got you got a hat on like me. These are, these are authentic, one of a kind type hats. How did you? Wow, you got one on.
I
That's
got one
interesting.
on.
How did you get that hat? How did you
I
get that hat?
I became a mentor with the Get in Position Foundation.
Oh
So
wow.
that's how I got the hat.
Oh wow. Look at you. Look at you. There you go. There she goes. There she goes. That's right, folks. And I wanted to here and now officially welcome you uh to the team, the Get in Position Foundation team. Um, I'm so excited about it. I know that our mentees are excited about it. You did something very, very special for one of our mentees. Talk about that.
So I went to Marvina, who is wonderful and amazing. I went with her to her evaluation at Duke University Hospital, which is the same place that I got my 2 kidney transplants from. And so I went with her to support her and be with her and her daughter. And that there we go.
Nice, 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 nice. Oh wow, look at that. That's amazing. That's amazing. You're all uniformed up. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So talk to the people about what is kidney evaluation or transplant list evaluation. Explain
So
that.
yes, I sure will. So that's where you are attempting or trying to get on the list to get a kidney. And so you go through a process where they evaluate you and see if they're able to do that, or they're able to do that surgery. So they look at things like your health, what you do at dialysis, if you're on dialysis, what meds you're taking, your care, your caregivers. They're looking at that as well, and just making sure that it's safe for you to get that kidney that most of us want.
All right. All right. And they're also they're also wanting to see if you're a good candidate
Yes.
to receive a kidney, and most individuals don't know that. And it's understandable if you've never been in this realm as far as kidney failure or needing, and I hope you never do.
Me
For
too.
for the individuals that's watching and listening to the podcast. Uh, However, most individuals think that if you're in need of a kidney, that you're automatically placed on a list. And also, I've even heard where people say, "Oh, you're not on the list, the big list." Like, okay, there is no big or little list or national list.
Right.
There's no such thing as that. However, there is sort of like you're in the system as a kidney failure patient, right? But it's not like you're privileged and say, okay, because this person has kidney failure, we're going to place them on the list to receive one.
Right.
And also, too, not everybody wants a kidney transplant.
That's true.
That because I not everybody wants one, and I'll segue into this again. Kidney Korner Podcast. This special guest, Regina Shepherd Wright. I'll just digress just for a second. She is a 15-year dialysis patient who has declined a kidney transplant. She does not want a kidney transplant. Why, you ask, folks? You got to go listen to the podcast.
That's right.
Go listen to no serious. Go listen to it. Even though I sat there and questioned her, I go back and listen to it. This dropped on Labor Day, September 1st, and you really got to listen to her reasoning for not wanting a kidney transplant. So go check that out, folks. But transplant evaluation, just as Diamond, you mentioned that, the surgeons, it's a team, right? You guys met with a team, right?
Yep. We met with a team, a whole team.
And that team is made up of who?
So the surgeon, the nephrologist, a psychologist, nutritionist, counselor, social worker, and a financial advisor, I believe.
Mm, mm. All of those individuals
All of those individuals.
you meet with because they're trying to get to the bottom of things. They want to make sure you're a good candidate. You meet with the surgeon that's going to do the actual surgery. You meet with nurse practitioners, social workers, or psychologists. People may say, "Well, why a psychologist?" Well, what would be your answer to that if someone asked you that?
They're looking to see because anxiety, which is not a reason that you wouldn't be a candidate, but they want to kind of see where you're at with that level of anxiety, what fears you have, what concerns you have, or if you're on any sort of medication for any mental illness. So they're looking at several different things to make sure that you are a good candidate
That's
for the
true.
procedure.
That's true. That is true. Because one of the things is the kidneys. The kidney is the number one transplanted organ in the nation or around the world. I would say that globally, the kidney is the number one transplanted or needed organ in the world. So what does that mean? There aren't many of them that are available. So they're not going to waste one on someone who is not, mentally not there. Maybe someone who can't wrap their mind around the fact that they are on dialysis, or that their kidneys failed. They also ask questions like, do you take your medications as you're supposed to?
Yeah.
They ask that question because you and I both know, Diamond, that there's more medication post, right?
That's right. A lot more.
A lot more. And they want to know because, again, we're not trying to waste these organs that are vital to your health and your well-being. And especially if you have a living donor.
Right.
And also, too, donation, becoming a donor. You'll see more of that because it's such a shortage of kidneys. So you were once a patient in need of a kidney twice. Twice. So how was it like for you to be there in a supportive role to Marvina and her family and just watching, like, it wasn't you. You knew the process, you knew the questions, but what was that like for you?
It was pretty amazing to look at it from just a supporter or a mentor perspective and not a patient. I can see what they're looking for. It's almost like when you answer a question, they're waiting for something else. They're watching and seeing what you're going to say, how you interact and everything. And I really got to see that. And I learned so much more because Marvina is from out of town. I'm local here, and those are my doctors that I see all the time. And Duke is the hospital and the doctors that I see regularly. But they even had a whole different system for if you're out of town. They had a whole different team for someone depending on what state you were in. So I got to see that. I got to see them ask questions. And then if they wasn't sure, they went with a couple other questions and how they really try to help the process. I really got to see that. I was scared when I first went. I was scared. Like, I didn't know there was nobody that went before me I can ask. So just being there to see, oh, that's why the psychologist is there. I'm thinking, what they think is wrong with me? Like, what are they serious? Of course I'm taking my medicine. What kind of question? I had all of those concerns thinking they're asking me all these questions because they think I'm not a good candidate. But actually what they were doing was just verifying and making sure that this was the best thing for her. And I really, really love that. More than when I went for myself, because I got to really see it. I was really impressed. I was like, oh, wow. So it was a good experience.
Nice. And when I spoke to you afterwards, it almost sounds like you were proud of your hospital too.
Yes, I was very proud of them. Like, yes, you guys, yes. I was very proud of them. It's like, now I want to just recommend. I want to go on the thing where I'm like recommending people, like, come here. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm going to pick you up from the airport, but come here. I'll go with you and those kind of things. That's how proud I was of what they did and how they treated her and how they treated me being there. I just loved it. And how they treated her daughter as well. So I could go on and on and on.
Nice. Shout out to Duke University Hospital in, is it in Durham or Raleigh?
It's in Durham.
Durham, North Carolina.
Yes.
Shout out to them. And if you've been treated well, especially after a life-changing surgery, you would feel the same way Diamond feels about her hospital or that particular hospital, and also her doctors and other healthcare professionals as well. I speak the same way about MUSC. So it's the tug of war, folks, between Diamond, Coach Diamond, and myself. She wants our mentee Marvina to get transplanted at Duke. And I want Marvina to get transplanted at MUSC. Let's just say it. Okay. And
we're going to have on our shirts next time.
Right. And not to mention, Marvina is from Charleston, South Carolina. okay, where
Yes.
MUSC is. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
You guys got to stay tuned for
we
it.
got to stay tuned for it because I mean this is good fun. And it's healthy for us, you know, because we have a new lease on life and we're cheering for Marvina
Yes.
and our other mentees as well. We won't forget about them.
Yes.
But we are praying and cheering for Marvina and her family that kidney will come soon. First and foremost, that she receives her letter that she has been listed at Duke. Let's get that because it's steps, folks. It's phases. It's phases to this. First, get listed. That's the thing. And also celebrate the small victories.
Yes.
Celebrate the small victories. We virtually celebrated her getting evaluated, just going. Right? How did that felt like a celebration, right?
That felt like a celebration. I celebrated all day. Even when she was driving home, she called me. She was driving in the rain. I was still celebrating. She was like, okay, well, it's raining now. It's raining real hard. We've been talking for a while, so I'm going to have to go. I'm like, no, don't
go. You wanted to hold on to it. So
I wanted to hold on to it. It was lots of hugs, a lot of laughter. It was amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So once again, you know, guys, help us welcome our new team member, Coach Diamond Powell. Also, too, more about her credentials. She is a certified health and lifestyle coach. She's also a kidney health coach with the American Kidney Fund.
Yes.
And one other coach you got on here is you are a nutrition and wellness coach.
Yes.
So that's a lot of coaching, coach.
It's a lot of coaching.
That's a lot of coaching, coach. But again, welcome to the team. We're so glad to have you on board with us as a mentor. I'm excited about it. So that's the reason why she has a hat like mine. You saw in the picture. you see in her photo, her headshot. Great headshot, by the way. She has her polo on as well. So welcome to the team. We looking forward to other mentors coming on board and joining us as well. So shout out to you on that. As always, I gotta give assignments, and most people who work with me, they know, they're like, oh man, Craig about to give the assignments, man. You know, they put their head down. Don't do that. Don't put your head down.
No, I'm not putting my head down.
I'll put you on the spot real quick. But you know, certain things that Diamond will be responsible for. We haven't had the conversation yet. So I'm putting it out there right now.
You putting it out there on video. Y'all watch my face. Let me sit straight. Let me get my smile on.
and then when we hang up and all that, we got, what is wrong with you? Why are you telling? No, it's all good. We'll talk about it. But one of the responsibilities is, you know, helping develop the mentorship program. Helping to develop the mentorship program. And that is just awesome. How do you feel about being a part of an organization? I know you're part of many others.
Yes.
But this one in particular.
I feel great. I mean, it's a great opportunity. It's my passion to help others. And just I'm excited. So whatever you have on my plate, I'm gonna eat it. I'm happy. I'm happy about this.
Y'all heard it, folks. We got the receipts. We got the receipts right here. One other thing I wanted to get into is the fact that you had the experience by supporting Marvina and hopefully as more mentees come on board and look at Duke University Hospital in your area, because we will definitely be sending them to you. Why, as it relates to fundraising, why is it so important to give to an organization like this as it relates to a mentorship program?
I mean, because we do a lot. And so we give and spend time, our energy, putting things out like your podcast and your all your great things that you're doing, your 1 minutes. Those are fantastic. Those take a lot of time and energy. And me going with Marvina and just people going with when you went with Marvina one time. So just the traveling, the things that we're doing, the support that we give. It's good to give back to that, to support. Support is good. I was there to support Marvina. It's good to support. I support organizations, and it's just a good thing to support and give back, especially if it's an organization that you believe in. Just don't support anything, but support something that you believe in. And this is an organization that I believe in, and I think a lot of people believe in as well. But you want to support it. You want to back the organization that you believe in, that you watch every day, you get information about, protecting your kidney, preventing kidney disease, slowing it down. So you want to support that. You want to give. Giving is
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Thank you for saying that. And folks, if you wish and desire, if you have a heart, as Coach Diamond mentioned, it does take a lot. It takes a lot, not just our time. However, she had to get in her car, drive. That takes gas, fuel. Just supporting her and her family, because Marvina, her caregiver was her daughter. Daryl was with her, providing lunch for those individuals. We also would love to do like blankets to hand out to dialysis patients at the dialysis centers, because individuals don't understand when you have this disease. If you understand how the kidneys work and function, they not only just remove waste and fluid from your body and clean your blood, filter your blood, but they also help to make red blood cells. They also help to balance certain minerals in your body. Now, once those kidneys fail, they're not doing those things anymore. They're not doing those other things. Now, the dialysis machine is filtering and removing waste, but it's not helping make red blood cells. So anemia tends to form. It's real. It's very real. So I don't know about you, Coach, but I know in the summertime, I know we see these kids in the summertime walking around with sweatshirts, hoodies and all. Yeah, hoodies. But it was a reason why I was walking around with a hoodie.
Me too. I was very cold all the time, especially on a dialysis chair, because it is already freezing there because it needs to be cold. So it's extremely cold for us on dialysis. So a blanket, I even had it. They let me have a heated blanket at my location.
Oh, nice.
Because I was so cold. So you're right about that. It is freezing, and low blood, you're going to be even colder.
Right. So those are some of the things that the Get in Position Foundation would love to do, especially that the holidays are coming up. We would love to gift dialysis centers with these blankets to hand out to those dialysis patients, but it takes money. It takes funding, folks. So if you find it in your heart, please go to our website, www.getinposition21.org, and donate. Please donate to the cause. Doing things, again, Coach Diamond, she mentioned podcasts. it's not just getting on YouTube and doing those types of
Right.
things. It takes funding, it takes money. You know, you content creators out there know what it's like. Getting these apps, and especially you just can't get the free app
No.
because you only got what, 10 minutes?
Right.
So
True.
you don't get all the other perks and stuff like that. But it takes money, it takes funding. So I want to thank you all in advance. If you do find it in your heart to give, please give whatever amount it helps.
Yes.
So thank you all in advance.
Mhm.
Before we sign off, I want to also say that again, your original podcast, A Second Time Around, is now streaming on our YouTube channel. So go check that out. All right. Go check that out, people. Also, too,
Yes.
the new podcast with Regina Shepherd Wright. This one is actually entitled We All Have a Choice, but Why This One? She's a 15-year. She's also an author, too. She wrote a children's book. And that
Fantastic.
little plushie there is a kidney. It's a character in her book. It's a really great book, too. But you can check this out. This one is now streaming. It dropped Labor Day, September 1st. Go check that out. And we also have Crystal King. Her podcast episode will air September 22nd. She is the people's advocate. She's also a kidney transplant recipient fighting for rights, kidney patient rights in Washington, D.C. She lives here in Atlanta, but she does a lot advocating for kidney patients in D.C., speaking to senators and congressmen and women about bills and policies that need to be written, passed for kidney and dialysis patients, healthcare patients. She does a lot as far as advocating is concerned. So I'm looking forward to that one dropping. She has an amazing story as well. So go check that out. Again, folks, let's welcome our newest member to the Get in Position Foundation, Coach Diamond Powell.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Any last words for the people?
Stay well and have a great day.
Awesome. Great. So that's it for today, folks, on the Kidney Korner Podcast. I'd like to thank our guest. Well, she's home now. We might see her host a Kidney Korner Podcast one day. I would love to see that. I would love to see her.
He's giving me a lot of homework, you guys. Remember.
I would love to see her host you guys let us know. Let us know if you would love to see Coach Diamond Powell host the Kidney Korner Podcast. Just go to the website, www.getinposition21.org. Leave us a comment, or, just say hello, drop by. But that has been another podcast episode. Thank you guys for joining. And remember, as always, make sure you get in position as it relates to your health. We see you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.